Working in unison with experienced, accomplished, and knowledgeable realtors helps us deliver the perfect product to our clients. When you're buying a home, choosing the right team is everything. This is Realtor Spotlight. We are back for another edition of Realtor Spotlight from the Turks Head building. I'm Zachary, Levesque, manager at Home Point Financial. Today I'm joined by Angelo Greco, Greco Real Estate.
Thank you for having me, Zach.
Great to see you again. Principal broker of Greco. So tell me a little bit about your background, where you grew up, education, where you live.
Yeah, so I grew up in Cranston, Rhode Island, born and raised in Cranston. I shortly after that attended Roger Williams University for my undergraduate degree. And after that, I attended Anna Maria College in Massachusetts for my master's degree. And
what was the focus?
Public administration.
Okay.
Public administration. And soon after that, I got involved into banking.
Yep.
And after banking, I opened up Greco Real Estate in 2008.
Great. Angelo, it's interesting. You have a background in finance, and we don't always see that on the real estate side. Has that education in finance helped propel your real estate career, and how has that really fit in?
It has tremendously. It's a great foundation to have, and I've actually taken that and put it into and implemented it into so many trainings with my agents.
Yep.
It's a good tool to have when you're trying to pre-qualify a buyer.
Absolutely.
Even on the seller side, you want to sit down with the seller, let he or she know what they're going to pretty much have at the end of that transaction.
Yeah, and I think you have insight into what we do, the finance side. I like to provide a lot of support and training to my team as far as real estate side, because the more we know about what each other does on a daily basis, the better we're going to interact together so that we can put together a better package for our clients throughout the process.
Exactly. The more information we gather, the better we are, the better we work as a team.
Absolutely. So Angelo, Greco Real Estate, when did that start? I know you have a lot of agents now. What was the genesis of Greco?
So I started Greco Real Estate in 2008, ironically when the housing bubble happened.
Yeah.
But
Good time.
Perfect timing, right? Timing's everything. To me, that was the perfect time to even open up a real estate business and to hire and train agents, because at that time, you really had to work.
Yeah.
Sales didn't come easily. You had to know your stuff. You had to be on top of your stuff. You really had to perfect your craft.
Yeah. And you're one of the largest independently owned brokerages in the state, right? How many agents do you have?
We are currently up to 27 agents, and I have many more on board for 2018. But what kind of separates us is I really instill the training. Yeah. To me, it's all about the training.
Absolutely. And 27 agents you said now. I'm going to put you on the spot. Name them all. No, I'm kidding.
Well, if you give me 5 minutes, I probably can.
But that's to at your age to have that amount of agents under your belt and providing support, and obviously you're doing a lot for the community. That's a testament to you to grow that out, starting it at a time where people were exiting the industry. You jumped in and you saw opportunity.
Exactly, and to be honest with you, we could probably have a lot more agents.
Yeah.
I just don't take on anyone.
Yeah.
They have to share the same passion that we have, because as you know, you have to fit.
Yeah, they have they represent you. It's
Exactly.
It is your name. It's Greco. So if somebody isn't trained right and they screw up, it falls under you, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Greco Real Estate, licensed in Rhode Island and Mass. Your focus is, obviously you operate everywhere, but you have really a focus in that West Bay, Cranston, Johnston area, right? So tell me a little bit more about where you kind of specialize and where you're seeing most of the transactions for your team.
Yeah, so we're licensed in Rhode Island and Massachusetts. In Massachusetts, we do primarily Southern Massachusetts.
Yep.
But the bulk of our business comes from the West Bay, Cranston, Johnston, Warwick, Providence, and again, getting back to the training, a lot of the agents, it depends where they want to specialize in, but the majority of our business is in the West Bay. When they come on board, it's mandatory that they go through a set of training, and that includes even commercial property. We do commercial and residential property.
I think it's good too, because like a lot of the larger brokerages, the major brands in the country, they have their own internal training, and that's kind of what they preach. You're an independent, but you preach it just as much, which is, I don't think it's happening in every independent brokerage. And at the end of the day, the better trained your employees are, the better service that they can provide to the clients, and less liability for everybody. Because you got to know what you're doing in real estate. If you mess up, it could have a very bad effect.
That's a great point, Zach. And being the broker, I have all the vicarious liability. So that's why I believe in the training. Trainings. And the better my agents are trained in all aspects, areas of real estate, the better we can serve our clients.
Absolutely. So, Angelo, working with Home Point, I know you work with one of our best originators, Neil Russo. What's it been like working with Neil for yourself personally and for the team? You getting good feedback on that?
Neil's fantastic. He's the best. It's anyone can do a transaction, like you know. Anyone can get you the lending. Anyone can sell you a house. It's the experience you give the client, and that's what I preach to my people. And Neil gives us that experience. When we use him for the lending. He gives the client that experience. Home Point, what I have to say is, when I think of Home Point, very knowledgeable, efficient, very transparent, and no matter where Neil is, whatever day, and I've actually done this before. A question came up and it was a Saturday night. I took out my phone, I shot him a text, within 2 minutes he gave me the answer. So that means a lot.
And the transparency, I don't think you get that from every real estate company and every lender, but transparency in our industry, our combined industry, is more important than anything, because transparency leads to a more efficient process. And you know, the days of 9 to 5, Monday to Friday are really over, especially in this space, because with emails, texts, you know, showing houses on the weekends, if you're not working with an agent or a lender that is working on the weekends, you probably should consider working with somebody else, because that's really what's required and that's what's expected.
You're right. A lot of companies, they preach it, but they don't practice it. And I can say firsthand, Neil does practice it. And you know, conversely, obviously your team does as well, because just like there's a lot of lending companies, there's a lot of real estate agencies, and we want to work with ones that represent our ideals and our values and treat our clients exactly like we want to, because you know, we reflect on each other throughout the transaction. Exactly. Just how we're passionate about real estate, you guys are passionate about the lending side. And when a client comes in, we kind of tell them, listen, we have a team we work with, let us take care of it. And you have to make sure that the other person you work with, they're just as passionate. And they share the same values and integrity as you do. And that means the world of difference.
It does. Angelo, thanks again for joining us. It's remarkable how much Greco has really grown with 27 agents now, and I think that's a testament to your ability and hard work.
Thank you for having me, Zach. It was a pleasure.
Absolutely. And everybody, every 2 weeks, live from the Turks Head building, Realtor Spotlight is here to educate you and keep you more informed if you're in the process of buying a home. And also, happy holidays. Thank you.